Hey you guys, long time no see, and welcome to a book haul video. Yay, so I don't have a lot of time, so if at one point or another I go a little too fast, I say sorry in advance. But if I want to get this up, then yeah, that needs to happen. So, let's get started. And the first book that I have is Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. And I seen this movie a while back, and since this book was inexpensive, I decided to go ahead and get it, so maybe I can read it. And then, yeah, the next book is The Naked Empire by Terry Goodkind, and The Pillars of Creation by Terry Goodkind, and then those are all part of a series, and they are part of the Wizard's First Rule series. Yes, this is another copy of the Wizard's First Rule, even though I still haven't finished the first one yet, though that is my goal this year. So, so I got it because I was like, this one isn't. The other one is a TV show cover, but this one is a regular cover, and then I was just like, why did I need the regular cover? Because, when I was done, if I really, really liked it, then I was probably going to buy it in hardcover, so now I realize I just have this one. But then I was just like, well, it looked nice on the shelf. Anyway, did you guys get that in the confusion of the mess that is my head? But, yeah, well, it's nice anyway, and I'm going to read the back real quick, because I don't think I've ever read the back of it for you guys. In the aftermath of the brutal murder of his father, Richard Cypher encounters a mysterious woman, Kaylin Nail, in his forest sanctuary. She seeks his help, and more. His world, his very beliefs are shattered when ancient depths come due with thundering violence. In their darkest hour, Kaylin calls upon Richard to search beyond his sword, to invoke within himself something more noble. Neither knows that the rules of battle have just changed or that their time has run out. This is the beginning. One book, one rule. Witness the birth of a legend. And you see how big this book is. And that's how, every book in the series kind of so it's not a short series in any way, shape, or form. And there's, I have, the first 10 or 11 books. Now more. So, yeah, that's a thing. Next book is The Life Before Her Eyes by Lauren Something, and I've also seen this movie, and I love this movie. My friends and my family, we do movie night sometime, and they told me I was never allowed to pick another movie after this movie and Hachi, and yeah, Hachi is about this dog. You can kind of see where it's going in the first just by reading the back of it, but it's good. Okay, I'm gonna read the back of this real quick. Diana stands before the mirror, printing with her best friend Maureen. Suddenly, a classmate enters holding a gun, and 17-year-old Diana sees her life dance before her eyes. In a moment, the future she was just imagining is sealed by a horrific decision she is forced to make. The novel takes us through Diana's uncertain steps into womanhood, her awkward, heated forays into sex, her fresh, fragile construction of an identity, and her equally tumultuous steps as an adult, protecting her beloved daughter and holding on to her successful husband. Lauren, yeah, so that is what that is about, and I can't wait to see what is happening. And then these next two books I realized I never hauled, and I just decided to haul them. And the first one is Sleepless by Thomas Fay. And this is: someone else will die soon, she tells herself. Someone else will die, and I'll be responsible. A few days after the first time you walk in your sleep, you kill someone. Emma Montgomery is having trouble sleeping. Every time she falls asleep, she sees horrible, gruesome things in her dreams. And when she wakes up, she isn't where she was when she fell asleep. And she's not alone. Her friends are starting to have the nightmares too, and that's when the murders start. First, one kid dies in a car crash. His brakes mysteriously cut. Then another girl washes up dead on the beach. The death smashed nightmares, and Emma and her friends must confront the awful truth. Something is making them kill in their sleep. Now they're in a race against time to keep themselves awake and figure out what's going on before someone else turns up dead. So, I've had this for a while. I just never got to it yet, but it seems interesting. And then, also, the same with this one, Impossible by Nancy Rearland. And this was 17-year-old Lucy discovers her family is under an ancient curse by an evil elfin knight. She realizes to break the curse, she must perform 3 impossible tasks before her daughter is born in order to save them both. And so if you read any of those two, I would love to know what you thought about them. And now, on to Entice by Jessica Shervington. I actually got this from my friend. It's more of a borrowed book, but she has a second book, and I have the first book, Embrace, and yeah, it's an art copy. This is not how it really looks. But I still haven't finished. I haven't read it yet, and she's just like looking at me like you need to read it. So she gave me the second book to kind of help that along. So yeah, and I'll read the inside flap for this one since I can't obviously read it for the second one. But on her 17th birthday, everything will change for Violet Eden. The boy she loves will betray her enemy will save her, and she will have to make a choice that could cost not only her life, but her eternity. So that doesn't that sound really good? So many books to get to. Now this next one, I actually got in. I was really excited, and it is Anna Dressed in Blood. And I know what you're thinking, ke-sha. This is the first book you read this month, but I read it on my Kindle app, and I decided to go ahead and buy the physical copy along with the second book, Girl of Nightmares, which is why I got it. I found it on eBay for both of these books for $11.46. That wasn't too bad. They're both hardcover and in really good condition, except that the mail was kind of open and you could see it kind of damaged right here, and I was not too happy with that. No, not at all. But I've already read these two. They were awesome. I'm gonna just read the inside flap for this one. Cass Lowood has inherited an unusual vocation. He kills the dead. So did his father before him, until his gruesome murder by a ghost he sought to kill. Now armed with his father's mysteriously and deadly anthem, Cass travels the country with his kitchen witch mother and their spirit-sniffing cat. Together they follow legends and local lore, trying to keep up with the murderous dead, keeping pesky things like the future and friends at bay. When they arrive in a new town in search of a ghost the locals call Anna Dressed in Blood, Cass doesn't expect anything outside of the ordinary. Move, hunt, kill. When he finds instead is a girl entangled in curses and rage, a ghost like he's never faced before. She still wears the dress she wore on the day of her brutal murder in 1958, once white, but now stained red and dripping blood. Since her death, Anna has killed any and every person who has dared to step into the deserted Victorian house she used to call home. But she, for whatever reason, spares his life. And you just gotta love this title, Anna Dressed in Blood. It's like, it just rolls off the tongue. Amazing. And next to some of the other books that I had gotten from Amazon, because I believe I put some of those books were in my last book haul, but they had finally came in, and you probably followed me on, nobody saw that. If you follow me on Twitter, then you'll know that I got these in already. But the first one is The Crown of Embers by Ray Carson, and it is a sequel to The Girl of Fire and Thorns, which I love. So I'm really excited to read this one. The next book that I got was Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter, and I've already read this one. 2 thumbs up, people. Yeah, and I'll read the inside flap for those of you who don't know what it's about. She won't rest until she's sent every walking corpse back to its grave forever. Has anyone told Alice Bell that her entire life would change course between one heartbeat and the next, she would have laughed. From blissful to tragic, innocent to ruin, please. But that's all it took. One heartbeat, a blink, a breath, a second, and everything she knew and loved was gone. Her father was right. The monsters are real. To avenge her family, Allie must learn to fight the undead. To survive, she must learn to trust the baddest of the bad boys, Cole Holland. But Cole has secrets all his own, and if Allie isn't careful, those secrets might just prove to be more dangerous than the zombies. And I really kind of like the inside of the border with the green and gold, and then here, what's it look like, and then right here it says off with their heads. So that was really interesting, and I love this book, and I cannot wait for the sequel. A whole year just hating on that. Okay, the next book that I got was The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling, of course. Yes, even though I had to wait for this to come in, it was cheaper on there, even though it was like still $21. Yeah, the Walmart is like $24, and then like if you look inside here, it's like $35. So I'm cool. But I actually ended up liking the cover more now that I have it in my hands, and yeah, just nice and smooth. But for those of you who don't know what this book is about, I'm going to read the inside flap. A big novel about a small town. When Barry Fairbrother dies in his early 40s, the town of Packford is left in shock. Packford is seemingly an English ideal with a cobbled market street and cobbled market square and an ancient abbey. But what lies behind the pretty facade is a town at war. Rich at war with poor, teenagers at war with their parents, wives at war with their husbands, teachers at war with their pupils. Packford is not what it first seems, and the empty seat left by Barry on the parish council soon becomes a catalyst for the biggest war the town has yet seen. Who will triumph in an election fraught with passion, duplicity, and unexpected revelations? So yeah, this is J.K. Rowling's first adult novel, and if you kind of want to know what I was really excited for it, I did like a MeYouNews type thing earlier in the channel that I was going to keep going, and I still plan to, but I haven't made another video since that first one, but I'm going to leave it linked down below because I talked about this and the and Pottermore. So I'll leave that below if you guys want to watch that, and yeah, so I'm really excited to finally get that. Then the next book I got is The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. Let me tell you, I am so excited. Yay! And the only reason I didn't read it right away like I was going to do, because I have been looking at this book but I know once I start it, I'm not going to want to talk to anybody. And yeah, that's going to take like a day. And then I'm still not going to talk to anybody after I'm finished. And then I'm probably not going to want to read anything because I'll be in my sad post Rick Riordan. He's like, why did you do that to me? Why? So you guys can get why I haven't yet read it yet, because I'm trying to read some other books first before I read this one. And yeah, so that's my thing. Probably won't read this until like the last day of this month, but I'm going to read it this month, believe me. And then the last book I have to show you guys, I got it from eBay, of course. I have to have something from eBay. There's a lot of stuff coming up from eBay. I have a problem. Yeah. And it is The Lost Girl by Senju Madana. I'm just going to go with that. Say that's the name. And I believe, yeah, this one already came out. So I'm going to read the back for you guys. Eva's life is not her own. She is a creation, an abomination, an echo, made by the weavers as a copy of someone else. She is expected to replace a girl named Amara, her other. If she ever died, Eva studies what Amara does, what she eats, what's it like to kiss her boyfriend Ray. So when Amara is killed in a car crash, Eva should be ready. But 15 years of studying never prepared her for this. Now she must abandon everything she's ever known, the guardians who raised her, the boys she's forbidden to love, to move to India and convince the world that Amara is still alive. But Eva finds the family unsure of how to handle this echo they thought they wanted, and Ray, who knew every detail of Amara. And when Eva is unexpectedly dealt a blow that will change her existence forever, she is forced to choose: stay and live out her years as a copy, or leave and risk all for the freedom to be an original, to be Eva. And that sounds really, really awesome, as I'm excited for this, as I am for all these books. And so yeah, so you guys tell me if you have read any of these books before, and whether you thought they were good or bad, and whether you liked them or not, or if you added some books to your wish list. And also, I'd like to tell you that next month I will probably definitely be getting a computer. So yay! I'm just figuring out some things like, do printers really need warranty on them? Probably do. I don't know. I never gotten a warranty on my printer before, but that's a thing. And I think I'll probably get one with a webcam on it. It says it has an HD webcam. I don't know. I've never actually used a webcam before. I kept meaning to buy one, but I never did. And I have a feeling that if I don't get one with it installed in it, then I probably never will. So yeah, that's a thing too. So yeah, that's it. That's all I think I have to say. And I will see you guys later. Bye.